Hello everyone. Welcome to the UK webinar in 2014 for SEO Vietnam. Our webinar today should be starting soon. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Ling. I was with SEO summer 2014. I was interning at Satra, Saigon Trading Group as a marketing intern. Hi, would you like to introduce yourself?
Thank you, Ling. My name is Hang. I'm a student in Hanoi University. Last year, I spent the summer in Vietnam as a marketing intern, class of SEO class of 2014. Nice to meet you all.
Chang, would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Chang. I'm an economics student at Cambridge University. I was interning as a research intern in HSC, which stands for Ho Chi Minh City Securities Corporation, during my summer with SEOV, and now I'm a recruitment officer for SEOV this year.
Yep, so if you've got any question regarding the application recruitment process, Chang will be in charge of answering your question. I mean, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Ming. I'm a recent graduate from London School of Economics. I joined the 2012 SEO Vietnam program as an intern in an international NGO. I'm about to start an internship with an United Nations agency in January 2015 in Switzerland.
Okay, great. Our agenda today will go from the PR questions, from general question to application process, to career prospects, and then summer experience. It would last about an hour. Okay, so let's come with the first questions. How long and how will the program last? Ming, would you like to answer this question?
Okay. So the official program with SEO Vietnam will typically last from 8 to 10 weeks, but individual internships may vary in their length.
Mm-hmm. Right. The next question would be, I am currently a first-year bachelor student majoring in International Business Administration at Rotterdam School of Management, and I will be finished my first bachelor year by the summer program starts, and I would like to ask if it's possible for me to apply for the summer program. And he did add that he is studying about finance and consulting sector. So can you help him to answer the question?
Yes, okay. All freshers are welcome as long as you can show us your potential, and our partner are from many different industry, not solely finance. In the summer program 2014, we had partner ranging from startup, assurance and consulting, FMCG, investment and finance, with 57 interns in more than 30 companies. So yeah, freshers are welcome, and you don't really have to be a finance guy to participate in our program.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great, thank you. So is there any fee for the SEO program? Chang, can you help me to answer the question? I think your microphone is on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sure. So for that question, the good news is there's not any fee at all, because we are a non-profit organization, so we don't charge any application fee. And because as a non-profit organization, we unfortunately are not going to provide any financial assistance to any candidates. So candidates are expected to cover all their living costs and other expenses themselves during the SELV program.
Okay, great, thank you. The next question is, if I am in my final year but planning to do a master's, is it still possible to do an internship with SEO Vietnam? I mean, would you like to answer this?
Yes, I would like to answer that it is possible to do an internship with SEO Vietnam if you are in your final year. And the fact that you are planning to do masters does not hinder you in your application. In fact, I myself was a final year applicant to the SEO Vietnam program at that year, 2012, and there are a couple of other students who participated in the program who were like me in that respect.
Thank you. And I actually saw a few of master students applying for SEOV program as well. So there's no problem with you being planning to do a master or being a master student. So if I am a marketing student, but most of your firm providing internship are financial firms. So do I have a chance here? Hank, would you like to answer this question? Because you're not from finance background, though.
Okay, thank you. First of all, the answer is yes. We welcome students from all majors. I was from International Study Department, and I participate in an internship in marketing. So if you come from, finance department, that will be your advantage, but it is not obligatory. And aside from that, I have mentioned our partner range from finance to restaurant, consulting, FMCG, and many other sectors. So you don't really have to worry about your chance in SEO program.
Okay, great. So the next question will be in application and recruitment process. What are the criteria for the internship? Chang, would you like to answer this question, the criteria for the internship?
Okay, so the criteria for the internship there are 4 criteria. Firstly is the potential leadership potential, yeah. And secondly is the commitment to community service. Thirdly is the like we call it a voracious appetite for learning. And fourth is excellent academic performance. So I think they're all quite straightforward to understand.
Right. Would you like to give them some tips on how to prepare the application process? Because all of us have gone through that process before. So maybe just give some advice for them. Chang, would you like to start first?
Okay, sure. For the application process, we have 3 rounds, right? The first round is application form, where you have to write some essays and submit your CV and transcript. And second round is interview with SEOV, and the third round is interview with partner firms. So I guess I'll just talk about the framework that we usually use for writing essays and interview, and then others can add on. So it's called the STAR framework. It stands for STAR, which is S is situation, T is task, A is action, and R is result. So if you structure your essays in this way, or your interview answer in this way, it will make sure that you covered all the things needed to say and doesn't leave anything out, and have a clear structure so the interviewers can follow you. Because for the essay, you have only 200 words for each essay. So this is a good framework to follow. And just remember to focus on the parts that really matter, which is like actions and results, rather than like trying to describe the situation in half of your essay, or in your interview answer for that matter. So that was my advice.
Okay, great, thank you. Would you like to say something?
Oh, well, I think she has said everything. But a bonus point in your essay that try to be yourself. Like, my best piece of advice that you try to demonstrate your ability. Try to be organized, but don't try to be someone else. Just show us your personality. Maybe that will be a very good impression for us when we consider your CV and your essay in the first and the second round. I think like all of us, if we want to be chosen in this program, aside from your skill, you have to show yourself as a charming and likable person. So if you can do it in your essay, I think 100% that you will pass the first round.
All right, great. Would you like to give some advice?
Yeah, I think that a lot of advices have been given by my fellow SEOV scholars here, but yes, I would just like to reiterate that it is very important that you read the SEO Vietnam website and you understand the things that we are looking for in recruiting SEOV fellows for the program, and also you can relate the requirements in leadership or team working to your own experience. Yes, that would be my advice to you guys.
Thank you, Anh. So my advice would be that not just for the interview, but also for the essay, that be selective, be short, and be structured, because we have to scan quite a lot of applications, and the thing is that we wouldn't read in detail of each of the applications. So if you can be short, be structured, and we can wrap your idea, as quick as possible, then there will be a high chance that you will be more standing out compared to other candidates. So the next question would be, what if I have a very limited or zero working experience in that specific field? Would I still be able to join SEO? Would you like to answer these questions?
Okay, I think that work experience is very important. Like, it is a bonus point in your CV and your resume. But if you don't have any experience, then try to sharpen the other skill of yours. Probably if you have never been an intern anywhere else, but you demonstrate all the values that we're looking for, then I think that is still a great answer to give us. Like, also, attitude really matter. If you can demonstrate that you are really enthusiastic about working and you have like voracious learning appetite, then that would not be such a great problem in this case. So try to express yourself and let us see that whether you fit our criteria or not.
Okay, great. That's a really detailed answer to the questions, and I just want to emphasize again of our values, which is leadership, community service, the passion to learn, and excellent academic performance. So make sure during your application you focus on these 4 points through your essay or your application. The next question would be, any tips for a successful interview with SEO, particularly for abroad applicants? So I would say that this is not the tips we're going to give you is not just focusing on the abroad applicants, but also to Vietnam applicants and everyone else. So I mean, would you like to start giving them some advice on the interview process?
Yes, I think that the first tip for successful interview with SEO is that you have to be confident. You have to deliver your answers in a very confident way, and that means that you have prepared a lot for the interview, and you have read and understood the values that SEO Vietnam stands for, and what we are looking for in applicants. So be confident, deliver your answers very clearly and cheerfully, and also demonstrate the skills that we are looking for, skills in leadership, skills in teamwork, and so on. Yes, that is the end of my answer.
Okay, great. Thank you, Anh. Chan, would you like to say something?
Okay. So for the interviews, usually there are like a few fields that you get asked questions on. Firstly, like your soft skills, and then like technical skills. If you're like interviewing with firms, for example, and then commercial awareness or business awareness. Like commercial awareness, like how's the industry going, and the business awareness, how much you understand and know about the company. So knowing all those fields, I think a candidate should kind of brush up the skills and the knowledge and try to have a structure for themselves when answering all those. So all of those are important. And another advice that I would give is that try to practice it with friends. And like, I think for interviews, when you go into it, you may be nervous. You may not be able to answer very clearly, even though you have a lot to say. So practice does make perfect in this case. So I would suggest that.
Okay, great. Would you like to add some more points onto that?
Well, I think like most of the speakers have covered everything, but from my point of view, I believe that your CV is also very important in this round. Personally, when I have my first and my second round, most of the questions focus on what I have done and what I have stated in my CV. Like they want to see how my values, how the thing that I do, you know, demonstrate my skill and my leadership. Another piece of advice I find that very interesting is that let's try to relax a bit, because if you're too nervous and show it out, like your interviewer will not be very comfortable and the conversation will be so stressful. Try to relax, take a deep breath, and do your homework. Prepare the question. You can go to Google and like try to find out tons of questions, and you can prepare for yourself before you go to the real interview, and that really helps.
Okay, thank you. So I think I think it's a good way that you try to be relaxed, because the interviewer is not trying to push you down or trying to trick you. We're just trying to look at the more deeper level in terms of your passion and your skills. Usually an interview will be carried out with motivational questions and competency questions, but then it varies very much depending on the depending on the interviewer. Sometimes you might have like brainstorming questions or commercial awareness, so just be prepared, whatever's in your field, whatever you're interested in, and show it to the interviewers. Yep. The next question would be, which language will be used during interview process? I mean, would you like to answer this question?
All right. So all candidates are expected to be interviewed in English, and mainly in English. For round 2, all the interviews will be conducted in English. However, in round 3, depending on employers, interviews can be conducted in Vietnamese, but that is up to the employers themselves. So mainly in English is my answer.
Yeah. Great, thank you. Like for the interview round, it's usually for the abroad candidate. Usually we will conduct it through Skype interview. And I received a question last year, like whether you're gonna have to turn on your video for the interview or not. Usually not, but it really depends on the interviewer. Sometimes they just wanna do a video interview in order to see how you react to the situation as well. So just be prepared for it. Maybe just dress up nicely would make you feel a bit more confident, rather than wearing your pajama and do your interview.
That's not compulsory, but still it would be beneficial to keep that in mind.
Yeah. So the next question, and also the final question in the application and recruitment process, would be, I would like to know more information about recruitment process. Chang, would you like to answer this question, which is like your area?
Okay, sure. So as I've said before, there are 3 rounds. The first round is the online application. It will be screened by SEO Vietnam team. There will be, like, you have to enter some of the basic information, like in university, major, things like that. And there will be 4 essays. And then you will have to also submit your CV and your transcript as well. It is optional, but you can also submit your writing sample or your cover letter. That's for round 1. For round 2, which begins probably in mid-February. It will be like interviews with SEO representatives, and a representative will contact you for this. If you pass this and go on to the third round, which starts in March, it will be that you'll be interviewing with firms. So basically, we'll send out a list of firms available and the job descriptions for each firm's position, and then you choose 5 of those firms, update your CV, and then we'll send those CVs to the firms. If the firms like you, then they will contact you for interviews to get onto their internship for the summer. Yeah.
Okay, great. So actually, I've got an extra questions. My GPA is only 7.2 over 10. It is not high, but what factors can help me to be a member of SEO Vietnam? Chang, can you answer this question, or shall I just go ahead with it? Yeah.
Okay, sure. So obviously, one of our criteria is excellent academic achievement, but that is not the most important or the sole criteria that we have. We also have other criteria like leadership or or like community service and voracious appetite for learning. So even if you don't have a really high GPA, it doesn't matter if you can make it up for it in other areas, in other soft skills. And when we look at the application, we'll try to get a holistic view of who you are, what your skills are, to judge whether to pass you on to the next round. So I would say it's not much of a problem if you don't really have a high GPA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, would you like to say something?
Yes, I would like to say that GPA is only one factor out of many. I mean, it is very important, but it should not be the sole factor in selecting candidates for round 2 interviews. We also look in a lot of other factors, such as leadership experience and prior work experience. Also, other things like your interests, your hobbies. We would like to see that you are a well-rounded person, not just too academic oriented, but also participating in a lot of extracurricular activities. And also, one of the things that a lot of people overlook is how you structure how you format your application. I mean, we would like to see that you have a professional application in the way that you structure your CV and your cover letter and also your answers to the questions in the application form. I have personally seen a lot of SEO applicants who have very high GPAs, but they have typos in their cover letters, or they didn't structure their CVs in a professional way. They had 2 or 3 page CVs, so on and so on. So that is one thing that you should not overlook at all while making your application to SEO Vietnam.
Right. Just to sum up everything, so we will be looking at the candidate as a whole rather than in each criteria. So make sure that you are detail oriented and be really careful in your application, because any mistake could could make you less standing out compared to other candidate. I think Hack is offline already. Okay, I'll double check that again, but let's continue with the questions. So a candidate just asked, I want to find out about finance position, require academic background and experiences of alumni. So as I know, Chang was intern at HSC, so would you like to give them some advice on this?
Okay, sure. So for required academic background, I would say that there's no like there's no specific major required. If you don't study economics or finance, it's fine as well. We had like for last year for 2014, we have a English literature major student doing a finance internship, and that's fine. I think also like if you have major in music or languages, even if you try to join investment club and you really demonstrate that you have a passion for finance, then that's fine as well, and that may be more relevant, like the experience that you gain outside of your academic expertise. So for experiences of alumni, yeah, I say like even like doing major in the finance field or joining some extracurricular activities relating to finance would really help. But even if you don't really have any experience, you should at least know the basic stuff. You should at least read on about finance, about the Vietnam market. It just shows that you are actually passionate and you're actually interested in working in a finance field. So even if you are doing finance and you are doing economics, but you don't really know about things that are actually going on in reality, and you just know the theory in your academic work, and that would be bad as well.
Okay, great. Yeah, I would like to add a bit more that we don't specifically choose a student from a specific academic expertise. Like for me, I did financial economics before, but then I interned in Satra as a marketing intern. So I think there shouldn't be a problem with which background you are from. So let's talk about the experience with SEO during the summer. Can each of you give some some of the story during your intern experience at the company? Hạnh, would you like to start first? Hạnh.
Yeah, you were asking me. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like there was a technical problem.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's fine.
speaking about career experience, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's talk about regarding career experience. I learned very valuable learning experience about career development. First of all, before I entered Vietnam, I didn't know much about marketing. I learned quite a lot about it in university, but when it comes to real life, then everything is different. The purpose of your marketing strategy switch from the framework that you learned until to the thing that you do to try to sell your product, to improve the product, to make your customer love it. So regarding the career experience, I have to say that I learned very valuable lesson, practical lesson regarding the industry and the job itself. And I learned that it really different from what I learned from a university. Also, career experience is not only about how you work, but also how you treat others, how about your soft skill, how to work professionally. And after the SEO program, I obviously learned a lot about that. Like there's a golden rule in SEO that like SEO time is 10 minutes earlier, and it still haunts me till this day when I try to go through the street in Saigon and try to make it on time. I mean like 10 minutes earlier to each event.
Yep. Okay. Chan, would you like to describe your intern experience with SSC?
Okay. So for me, when I came into the internship, I just finished my first year. So I did economics and not finance, so I didn't really have much technical skills to go with it. Obviously, I know about market, about business, but not the and financial analysis or anything like that. So I start out doing quite simple things, doing Excel work, reading up more along the way as I progress. And it's great that I was accommodated throughout the process. They will give me things that they think that I can do with my skills, and then I can read up, I can learn more and ask people, and then they will give me more work, like more advanced work as I go along. And because for SEOV we have the finance training as well, so I can apply those knowledge directly into my job and ask for more advanced thing to do, like CCF or like other things like that. So it's great to be able to learn so much. It's a seriously steep learning curve for like 2 months in the summer, and being in the real environment really does make me feel that I would like to work in this industry and learn more about the roles involved, because finance is a huge. It's not just one position. So I think the experience, the career experience as a whole, really help you improve the skills that you have and learn more skills that you haven't had, and also experience for yourself whether you want to stay in this industry or not. I think that's what internships are for.
Yeah. Okay, great. I mean, would you like to say something about your internship experience?
Okay, so to start with, my internship experience in SEO Vietnam is quite different from the others. I interned at East West, an international NGO, and so the field is very exciting. You get to do works related to philanthropy and charitable projects in Vietnam related to sanitation, construction, building schools, building hospitals, and education. My main job at the foundation is to research for prospective donors, prospective sponsors who can donate to the projects that East West is running. And also, I assisted the communications manager in a lot of related tasks about promotion of charitable events in Ho Chi Minh City, for example. I think that I've learned a lot in marketing and fundraising skills during the internship. I've met a lot of people, and I got to know a lot more about the NGO scene in Vietnam. And that is an opportunity that you don't usually come across each day. So I really treasured it.
Okay, thank you everyone. So I just like to talk a bit about my experience. So I interned as a marketing intern in Satra. It's a big corporate, like state-owned corporate with around 70 smaller company. So getting into the company is like working in the head company is like a great chance for me to actually understand how a big organization works, to get to know a lot of like CEOs as well as like high profile people, where they can give me direct advice on my work, and also I can experience with like a lot of my colleagues who have been working in marketing for like years. And after my intern, I've learned quite a lot in terms of soft skills and technical skills. So yeah, then after that, I decided to go ahead with my marketing study rather than come back to the financial economics field. So it was a great experience to do internship in Satra. So I want to know a personal experience of interns while working in SEO. So I think this would be an interesting question to answer. Chang, would you like to start with your experience with SEOV?
Experience. So beside the working really hard during the day, we also hang out a lot, either with SEOV, like ASV interns as well, or like with people who are working as professionals working in the company. I remember like there are a few days when I went to KFC to eat ice cream with some of the first year analysts we have in HSC. It's just opposite HSC, and yeah, we just sit there and then we have a competition to see who can eat the ice cream in style because it melts quite quickly in Vietnam's heat. So that was fun, and also I think it's specifically for finance and for research, equity research as well. People think that we just sit at a desk and look at Excel all day, but actually, a lot of the analysts have to call up clients, go to on-site visits, go attend meetings, these kind of that, so that they can understand more about the firms and the product. And I went with an analyst to an IPO event. It's an introductory event for an IPO of a hydropower plant company. So IPO is like when the company goes onto the stock exchange, listed on a stock exchange. And I went to the introductory event before the actual IPO and listened to them pitching about their companies, answering investors' questions, and those kind of experiences really make me feel involved in the market and make me feel like, yeah, well, understand more about the job, and it's not just desk work, which might be boring for a lot of people.
Okay, great, thank you. Can you just talk a bit about your experience outside your intern?
My personal experience. Well, I have a lot to say. So let's talk about the time when I was in a crisis in the SEO program. During that time, I was having trouble with my work. It did not run very well. The workload was great, but most of them were not. I was vision-led. I was thinking that I'm going to do some strategy work that is really important, but at that time I was assigned with some dull job, administrative job. I was feeling quite bad at that time, probably because of the quality of the work and probably because of my over expectation. But then I have a conversation with my teammates at that time, and they gave me terrific advice, and they tell me that you have to ask for a job. I asked for a job, but try to be a bit more proactive. They encourage me. They show me what to do every day, and they share with me very valuable information about how to deal with the same problem, and they share their personal story with me. One of my friends used to work in a very famous company in Vietnam. I would like not to disclose the name in here, and he had the same situation, and he shared with me how he get over the situation. And then I applied, and after a week, things got so much better. I get involved in a lot of important projects of the company, and I have never felt better than this. So the experience here is that you can build really good friendship when you're in SEO program. Most of my close friends are from SEO, and trust me, they are the one who can understand your value, and they can give you really, really good advice. Not to mention that they can help you to build a better career in the future. So that is my personal story about working in SEO, mostly about friendship and how you deal with crisis with the help of your teammates.
Great, thank you. Would you like to talk a bit about your experience outside your work?
All right. So is it about my internship, or also about my relationship with other people in the SEO Vietnam program?
I think like the other speaker have talked about like their personal story with the work, but then probably you want to talk a bit about in terms of like what happened in the SEO program.
Yes. So one of the greatest things that I have found after the SEO Vietnam program in 2012 is the friendships that I forged with with the fellows in the SEO program, we kind of hang out a lot, and we hang out after information sessions in companies, and also after training sessions. We did a lot of group activities that were fun, and we kind of shared to each other a lot about our work experience and the challenges in work, and generally had a very good time. So that's what I would like to share about my experience in the summer 2012.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Thank you to our speakers for sharing their experience. For me, I think every single moment in SEO was a great experience. From the training, from career talk, from the night out with friends, like the day we hang out, go and eat stuff. It's just amazing. And we also doing community service together, where we actually go to Cần Thơ and Bình Thạnh for field visit to understand the organization. And all the class were going together. I think it was like amazing. Like it's not just SEO is not just about experience. It's not about work experience. Not just about like your skill set. It's also about your fellow, your friends, and I've got like friends, like literally friends for life during the SEO. So I believe that it will give you as great experience as I did. So let's talk about a bit more about like career prospects. So some candidate actually interested in to know about the career prospects with SEO. So Chang and Ming, I think that you both have secure a internship. Would you like to talk a bit about career prospects after SEO? Let's start with Chang first.
Okay. So for me, I did an internship in finance, and I'm going to finance industry. So it's obviously quite relevant. I think for SEOV, you don't only do the internship. I think I mentioned the finance training. So that's a technical skills training. There are also Excel skills training and other soft skills training as well, like teamwork, problem solving, and those are essentials and like the basics for you going forward into your career. So those really helped me a lot to secure internship in the UK for the finance. And yeah, I think having also that internship to be put down as your work experience really does boost your strength, because it shows that you have experience and you are passionate about the industry. And also it's not just the training, it's the training that we have and the internship. I think the community service actually helped a lot as well. I did a community service which is like 5 sales channels for Viet artisan social enterprise in Vietnam, and basically we have to doing sales pitch, we have to cold call, sometimes we have to send out emails to companies asking them whether they're interested. And these skills might seem not very relevant to finance, but as my mentor at that time said, being able to sell something is a great skill to have in life, because even if you are in finance, you have to pitch to clients, you have to sell yourself, you have to know how to brand your image, and that can be applied anywhere. So it's a very useful skill to have. So all those skills really help, I would say.
All right. I would like to focus more on the networking and connection sides to the career prospects. First of all, I think that regarding the career prospects after your SEO Vietnam program, I think that one of the first benefits that that we all recognize is the benefits that it does to your networking skills. And it is because in the program, the fellows network twice a week for the whole summer. So interns do develop self-confidence when it comes to networking, and it does help a lot if you want to expand your circles, expand your connections in the future to broaden your opportunities. And also the second thing is the number of connections. Believe me, you will make very many good connections with top employers, with top management in those leading firms. And also this is an unique opportunity for those who want to start their career in Vietnam. For me personally, even though that I am no longer in finance and investment, I did do an internship at the Vietnam Investments Group after my internship at the NGO, after my SEO program. Even though I'm not in the finance and investment industries right now, I still maintain a lot of contacts with a lot of people who were my mentors in the internship, and who I have also met while networking in the SEO Vietnam program. I keep in touch with them, and I see how they develop themselves, how they get to do very exciting projects. And I still think to myself that maybe if one day I decide to come back to investment and finance, I would be very I would be assisted a lot by the connections that I've made during my SEO Vietnam program.
Okay, great. Thank you for sharing your experience about the career prospects. So, Hank, would you like to sum up of what the aspects that SEO actually enhance for the candidates?
Okay, let's talk about how SEO can help you with your career. And first of all, we have different program for you regarding speaker series, career talk, and training session throughout the program. Our career talk main content try to give students an overview of a different job in different industry. Obviously now, most of you will wonder what I want to do with my future. Do I want finance? Do I want investment banking? But then instead of working in each and every of them, now you can have the opportunity to talk to the CEO of this company. Also, you have friends working in here, so you can have a very good view for both sides, bottom up and top down. And also during this session, the student will meet and interact with top leader of the company, varying from banks, consultant firm, technology, startup, education, and NGO in Vietnam. The training topic are very interesting as well. They varies from hard skill training, like how to work professionally, how to use Excel, how to teamwork, technical skill, industry research, problem solving, to like communication and career planning, and how to utilize your characteristic into your work. They're also useful. The useful experience during internship and future career path. And community service is one of the things that I really interested in is community service, because it provides you with very good opportunity to give back to the community as one of the core value of SEO program. You can use your skill sets you have studied during the program, like the opportunity to talk to client, the ability to sell your product, not just to help your company, but also to help the community that is in need. So you achieve two goals at the same time. You can sharpen your skill. You can actually sell your product. You have a company to represent for, and also you can help like a bunch of people. So I think that is really interesting thing about SEO, not just learning about career path, not just working. It's also about network and giving back to the community. What makes SEO program really different from the other program that you have ever heard of?
I think you muted yourself. I think Lynn muted herself.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Great then.
Okay, great.
I would like to say thank you to our speaker for your time. Coming here to answer and give advice to candidates, and also thank you to those who are attending the webinar today. I think that's the end of our session, and the webinar will be posted on YouTube just in case you want to watch them again to get a bit more details in your application. So thank you very much. That's the end of our session. Have a great day.